Well, hello. Hey, everybody. I am live on my original Abe backup alt account. The one that the one I got no wait. The main. Okay, this is the one I went to. Sorry, I'm a little dyslexic. When somebody who's sadly no longer with us, but that would be Flying Monkey, of course. Don't forget the one in there. Flying Monkey 1 gave me 2 copyright strikes on my main channel, and she wasn't the only one. This is the channel that I got on after she did that, and nobody was smart enough to figure out that I had these alt accounts for that very reason. While they were over there on our Friday fuckery one night, toasting it up and living the fictitious fallacy of a dream that they shut me down for 90 days. And this is the channel I landed on next. However, sprinting along about a year or so after that was about 3 years ago now. Well, it's got to see. It's probably been that. Every bit of that. I mean, you gotta figure. I made my grandstanding innovation return almost 4 years ago, and we're inching up on that now. Actually, here we are in August of 2026. Anyways, this is the channel, the Truth Finder UK. Copyright struck twice. ER videos. Wow, you don't get on my other channel anymore. You're not blocked here. Everybody that was still modded here 3 years ago should still be today. Anyways, year numero uno. I was surprised that people actually came on this channel the last time I went live. It was actually I was pleased as punch. Tickled pink. Not my favorite color. Not my favorite color. One of the hardest there is to see. Anyways, because it looks violet. Well, like, the brighter it gets. Anyways, how you doing? Number 2 is, I don't even want to pronounce it while I'm driving. Iker Perez. How you doing? Anyways, here we go, guys. Here we go. So this channel almost got nuked. Well, my first channel almost got nuked by Flying Monkey in 2023. I did revive this channel. That is the real Miss Joe. You're one of the ones who was wrenched in here a long time ago. I'll tell you why I'm on this channel in just a minute. I'll tell you why. It's because of some news I had heard, but I haven't confirmed, so I'm being very cautious about how I reshare it. In other words, but this channel almost got taken down by Truth Finder UK. My other channel at Glockford, which is definitely a frozen in time capsule channel, and it's cryogenic YouTube chamber. As we speak today, I have not gone live in probably over a year, probably longer than that. Probably more like 2. That's just a hunch. So the reason I wound up on the Glock40 channel, which was a redeveloped channel, is because this channel had gotten 2 strikes, and I didn't go back to the Glockford account because I didn't want it to suffer the same fatal almost as this one. Yeah, this is the channel that got deleted. It got terminated for about half a year, and I was able to fight Google corporate and get it back. So I'm pleased to announce that it's here today. It was here yesterday, here the day before yesterday, gone the next day, and then back again today. So the reason I'm on this channel this morning, I'd gone live, I don't know, like a month or so ago back on this channel, and like 200 something views. I'm like, holy cow, where did these people come from? But they were definitely there. Well, now I will disclose the reason I'm here. The reason I'm here on this channel is I had heard something about a guy known as Rev Cal. Did I say that right? He's a guy that I just remember a little bit. I didn't have a lot of interactions with this guy. Apparently, he was some kind of volunteer. He was a volunteer firefighter or something along those lines at one time. And most of the debates that I got in with this guy, as of like more recent times, were about just procedures, like use of the Halligan bar with a also, you might need a crowbar to support that, and of course a sledgehammer, opening a hard reinforced door. He's the guy. Somebody had DM'd me and said some news about him, and I have not confirmed it, and I don't know if I ever will or not. But if it is true, that is sad. That's unfortunate. And this is one of the channels that I used to interact with him. He actually made some comments, replies to, I don't know if it was one of my videos or tabs, probably about 3 months ago now, and we were doing just that. We were debating the Halligan bar and breaching a reinforced door, essentially, and things like that. And that was the last I heard of him. I guess he got on Lisa B's once or twice in recent times, but I don't spend a lot of time on that channel. In fact, very little anymore. And I don't know where, what video, if it's still up and around, where to find it. So, anyways, I thought I'd go live on this channel because this is a channel that I think, as I remembered, well, no, actually, I think I got to know him on my other channel, the Glockford one, and I could just as easily go live on that channel as I obviously in this one or any of the other channels I've got. But anyways, if that be true, then I hope that he found his way and on that very holy journey and got to go be with his maker, which is kind of what he always talked about. Anyways, that's what I'll say about him. I did some funny videos about him. It's been over 3 years ago or so, and I think it's on my main channel, my old main channel. I'd have to go dig them up. I know they're still there somewhere. And I got today off for my job as a janitor at the post office, and so I will try to go find some of those videos. Some of those are like some of those those videos. I was experimenting with my editor. Those are actually composed in something called VSDC Editor, and it was Wile E. Coyote that introduced me to that, who I have not seen or heard from in, I don't know, god awful long time. It's been forever, and so for all practical purposes, he's just not around. I figured, what the hell, I'll just go live on this channel and fire it up and see what happens. I'm probably going to move to a different, streaming software. I was looking at the Evmux one, and it's got pros and cons. It cost as much as StreamYard did before Bending Spoons took it over, which is like $19 a month, something like that. And it gives you up to 12 people on your panel, including yourself, of course. And I always like the audio quality. It doesn't sound, StreamYard's gotten a little better, but not the best. And it's still got that godforsaken naked avatar problem, where you have no avatar showing on the panel after all of these years. All these years, still have not fixed the glitch. Obviously, they don't care. So, anyways, that might be a route I go. I very seldom do panels anyway, as most of you know. I'm just too busy working. I don't have time for it. And when I'm not working, I just don't want to be bogged down with a 3-hour, 4-hour panel. And you know, in that, it's hard to do a show and have a bunch of people on it, not sitting there with the same rhetoric, same usual bullshit as we're all accustomed to, with attacking each other. What's his name? Kane's live streams, or his alt account, his Kane's Comedy, was replaying Game Over 2's panel from, I don't know, at least 4 years ago. Well, 2023, I think it was. Right around the time Ambient Alcohol first came around. That channel. Which is another one Truthfinder nuked. I mean, hell, he nuked the shit show for at least over a good month. He took down the Pathetic Cult Diaries, and God knows what else. But anyways, that was around the time that some of those channels were just starting to emerge. Dutchy typed in the chat, was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. That Abe's too. Oh, it was on Rue's channel. Rue on YT. Ruru. She was typing in the chat, like, Abe's such a coward. He's afraid of everyone. I'm like, okay, well let's go ahead and do a rewind there, Dutchy. Let's go back to that time period when I got on the first shit show ever, and 9 of you mofos all going at me at the same time, accusing me of being Billy Bob from Tyrant Wars, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I could say it. The hell. And I remember that. And I sat up there and just annihilated each and every one of you. Up to the point where everybody gave up. Well, not entirely gave up, but that was when it was just Tyrant Bird and myself for about 2 hours straight. I do have that downloaded on my 3 terabyte hard drive, along with everybody's DNA strands and their iris scans. DNA and iris. Everyone's DNA sequences and their iris scans on that hard drive in the entire world. So that's a lot. That's a whole heap of people. Got them all in there. That's what the whole server is all about. 10-4, good buddy, over and out. So rumors were flying back then, just like they are today. But I approach these people at a different angle now than I did, back then. There's obviously a lot more key players in the mix since those early days, and I just look at people and I point at them, I laugh at them. I'm going like, yeah, and you're the arbiter of truth, aren't you not? You are the go-to gatekeeper of receipts. I mean, not like any of yours that you don't have to begin with. When you do latch upon one, you decide to try to rewrite history with it, blow it out of proportions, and basically put out a false narrative, fake news, as you try to rewrite history on YouTube. So, anything else? Would you like fries with that? That's pretty much how I laugh at. That's pretty much my go-to with people. And the more people scream at you, and call you a liar, and sit there and denounce any receipt you've ever put out, having none themselves, the less believable their story is to anyone else. You're not going to see people all jumping on that, saying, wait a second here. You keep saying the same thing over and over, you got no context to it. Where's your proof? Well, this isn't exactly Mexico where you have to prove your innocence. You're guilty until proven innocent, and that's pretty much how the judicial system works down there, so as far as I understand it. I mean, hell, Rick Rude spent how many weeks or months in a Mexican prison down there while he was sitting at home the whole time? Yeah, that. Oh, I swear to God. Not at him. I swear to him. I swear to him. So that's why I'm live on this channel today, reminiscing a little bit about the past. But it's just like eyewitness accounts. And if you really want to start breaking this shit down, signed depositions, things like that are not considered evidence. Well, if they are admitted as any sort of evidence, they're considered hearsay evidence. Anyways, I'm probably just gonna go for a few more minutes here, guys. I'm pretty tired. I'm pretty beat. I've been working hard. I have been working the last. What have I been working? The last 4 days, five days in a row, at 12 hours with no break. But anyways, I'm sorry to hear that news. If it be true, I mean, I'm just taking your word for it. If you're still here, Earl. Anyways, it's just like clipping what people say about other people, what they project, and not, like I say, not even conjecture. That's not a receipt. That's not proof that what you're saying is the truth because you're saying it. And 9 times out of 10 instances out here on this platform, if this was any sort of legal schmiegel, actual real court of anything law, that 9 out of 10 people out here would be considered hostile witnesses anyway, and they would get dismissed on those grounds. So there is that. Well, again, I mean, I'm just taking your word for that. I don't know if it's. I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just simply saying that, I don't know. People are saying, I've heard a few people have been saying this, but I don't have any confirmation to say that this person is truly gone. And I say that because, I say that with Trip Edition because we've had this happen too many times out here where people that were reportedly passed on all of a sudden reemerge months later or days later. So anyways, I wish that were the case for him. It doesn't sound like it is. And, that kind of sucks. That really does suck. I don't, even when Betsy Peeler passed on, I gave her kudos despite what Lion Richard Cruz there said. I never dissed her. I actually complimented her. Because she was like one of the only people, although she had me blocked in her chat, I was definitely blocked there, and she did acknowledge that. I actually said, look, she's one of the very few channels I can remember getting on where she didn't fuck with my microphone and throw me backstage, kick me out. She didn't pull a Black Rose on me or a Huckleberry or, Earl, you did it. You did it too. You muted me and kicked me backstage also. I mean, I can't, maybe not as many times, but you did do it too. One of the last panels I got on, where Rose was on there, I got muted. I never got thrown backstage, but I got muted, pressed and muted my microphone at least probably about 5 or 6 times. I wasn't exactly counting them, but I would just naturally, I would just unmute anyway. I'm like, listen, if you're going to sit there and run your mouth for like 15 minutes straight and not shut the hell up and even take a breath of air, and then when all of a sudden it's my turn to talk, I can't even talk for 30 seconds, and you're sitting there trying to blast over me. Homie, don't play that. Sorry. So, anyways, where are we at here? Well, I think that she should do autograph signing for a lot of people there in Lisa, because literally that's all they talk about over there is Lady Diana. I get why, because it all started with the GR8 thing, or what's her name, Michelle. But if you go back in time, Rick Rude was the one that came out here and declared her dead right off the bat. And he said he had he said she had a heart attack. And although she went along with that, hey, Zero, for I don't know how long. I mean, I thought she was gone too. And then all of a sudden there she is again. But it's just like when Rick Rude declared Patriot Defense Day, the same damn thing. The guy was just taking a vacation from YouTube for like a month. And then it was the third day, it was him and Lou, a.k.a. Salty Grant, that both of them declared him dead. He wasn't even off the air for 72 hours. And the guy was already declared dead, gone. Drove off a cliff, you know? It's like, seriously, a crane dropped a steel pillar on his car and he got crushed to death. You know, a falling fish from the sky knocked him out, took him out of commission, and that was it. It was Coitens. It was all she wrote for the guy. You know, it's just shit like that. That's why I'm very cautious about, repeating stuff like that for that very reason. So, anyways, but you know. You look at Lisa B's channel today, and you look at where it was at, like even just a year or so ago. I mean, there's like, what is there, like a dozen people or less in there? Sometimes it goes up a little bit in the 20 range, and it just kind of falls back down. I mean, you can only sit there and rehash over the same shit over and over and over again. And even people that are in on that just eventually just get bored. Just move on, I guess. You got to come up with something new. I just get out here and talk. I'm a talker. You guys got to understand something about me. I've worked a lot of jobs, since I was at least 18, even younger, doing jobs where I'm working by myself the majority of the time. And there's people around, but I've worked a lot of jobs where isolation is a thing. And what I would do in those days, and this is even before we had satellite radio, is I would sit and listen to talk radio on the AM radio dial, ancient modulation. This did not exist, voice over IP. It was not a thing. The closest we got to in the 90s was a dial-up modem that was literally the size, if not bigger, than your computer motherboard. Or you could make a phone call. And that was considered state-of-the-art tech back in the day. Space age, Star Trek, Star Wars technology. Just to have can you imagine a dial-up modem where you could make a phone call on your computer? That was the thing. So, well, anyways, I mean, I would say to her defense, and I haven't watched a whole lot of her stuff. You guys are all going live with going back and forth when I'm at the peak of my job hours, and I don't have a lot of time to sit and listen to either one of them, for that reason. But when I do, it's just going back and forth. And like I had said, going back 4 years ago, when people were telling me, me specifically, while they were going on other channels talking mad shit about her, if you recall, is don't take the drama to her channel. We have to keep her drama free. We have to keep her safe. I mean, bull fucking shit. I'm sorry. I gotta call that for what it is. And I'm seeing the same people talking mad shit about her just take me out of the equation on every other channel. Okay? And then I'm going like, wait a second here. If you're talking shit about her, she got every right to talk shit about you. Whether it be accurate or inaccurate, it doesn't matter. I mean, people are talking shit about her that isn't accurate. People are back at the time. If you go back, take all of us out of the equation. Who was the guy that was driving the real wedge, quote unquote, among that circle of people, which I'm sure some of you were a part of, including myself, indirectly. But what was going on back then is Rick Rude was running his mouth on his channel, talking up a shitstorm about each and every one of us, and sitting there just making shit up off the cuff is what he did. Did Rick Crude ever show a single for receipt for anything that he said? No. No, it's just him running his mouth. And then people going along with it. That's what was going on back at that time. And what's going on today is no different than back then, just different people. That's all it is. It's this more of the same. It is. Does anybody want to, does anybody want to, like, challenge that? Am I wrong here, people? It's a game of tit for tat. And if you look at what's going on with all those people, it's Lisa B, it's Preston, it's Lady Diana. Who else is in the mix there? The Black Rose, she wants a footing, she wants a piece of that action too. Where does she not stick her nose, right? Just like, what's her name? 420 Moon. It only hangs out in the chats, Well, 420 Moon did not like it when I called her out that nobody else seemed to know about, or at least, people have a very funny short-term memory out here, and it's very selective at best, isn't it? It is. And what I said about 420 Moon is, a lot of y'all forgetting the reason 420 Moon started blasting Stabby Shade from the get-go was because she was backing Hebrew, who apparently she's not was or isn't besties at the at some point when this entire empire came a tumbling down. And just like we've seen time and time again, Huckleberry was in the mix of the Lisa B, Allie Rainbow, and Rick Crude was in there, and News Now Preston, and Black Rose came along at some point, because she blocked me off of her channel for almost a year because she couldn't take this shit. Still can't. I mean, when you have to go find people to go be your shining white knight, your messiah, your savior from above, hallelujah, that only makes you look weak. I'm sorry, it does. And I would say the same for me too. I have my own reasons I don't like people. I've put those reasons out time and time again. I don't like Bird. I got my own reasons I don't like Bird. My own reasons, okay? It's got nothing to do with nobody else. Nothing. I got my own reasons I can't stand Rick Crude. Okay? It's got nothing to do with any of these people. Okay? The guy's a piece of shit. Just like I don't like that Blue Eyes 4303, that bitch. Well, why do you suppose that is? Is there a reason for that, maybe? Gee, I don't know. The only reason Flying Monkey even went after me is because I was helping Lady Diana run her channel as far as when she was having a lot of issues with people attacking her channel. I was giving her instruction on how to privatize videos, how to edit the videos. I taught her how to edit videos because she'd never been shown that before. I was doing things like that for her, helping her out with her channel. I wasn't controlling anything on her channel. I was helping her out. I actually at one point helped her. I helped, literally kept her from losing her channel. And that was when Axel Bailey pulled that bullshit that he did, if you remember that. And that went on for about 3 months. So I remember all of that. So the only reason Flying Monkey started her bullshit with me is because I was helping Lady Diana channel. If you guys remember at that time, I actually put out a full broadcast to every one of you out here saying, does somebody want to step up to the table and help her with her channel because Wile E. Coyote just disappeared into thin air. He's gone. And to this day, I have not seen or heard from him again. So, anyways, there it is. I mean, talk about living in the past. But what I'm seeing in the present is just more of the same garbage that was going on back then, just with different people. The Abe was a fake cop. Abe was in his basement. All that bullshit. That's stupid. That was Autistic Abe. That was a big thing for like the 2024, if you remember. BTC takes the credit for that. All that guy does, all that guy is a loud noisemaker. All he does is get out here, scream a bunch of shit at somebody. Like he treats. How many times he tried that shit with me? It didn't work. It didn't work. And he would sit there and the more he screamed, I would just sit there and go, yeah, you're really trying to press your agenda here, aren't you? There's no hit. You're certainly not biased here, right? You're sitting here screaming at me of stuff you weren't even a part of, a preview to, like you were right there, sitting in the back seat. It's not going to work with me. Okay? You're gonna put me on blast. I am still waiting over 3 years later for this BTC. And all this guy does is get in the chat and then drop a bunch of stupid comments about what's that guy's name, that Rick Productions guy. When Axel Bailey reeled that guy on our channel, and if you guys remember back then, she showed all of the screenshots that she was having with Axel Bailey on her Skype, if I said that right, where he's sitting there berating her to let that guy up on her panel. The whole thing was a setup. Absolutely was. Patriot Defense was there then, and he actually recounted that and said that was a setup. If my memory serves me right, which yes it does. BTC wasn't even around the picture at the time. He wasn't even there. I was. And then he had the audacity to sit here and say, well, Abe's got something to hide because he won't make that video public on his channel. Bull fucking shit, BTC. I know he'll catch wind of this, and I hope he does. I put that entire 3-hour whatever it is live stream, which I screen recorded on this channel that I'm on right here right now, and I left it on the channel for a year and a half. I believe there was 198 or 199 views or hits on that video. Then I put up another video when I came on the panel towards the end of it. It was about 3 hours in, or just shy of 3 hours in, when I got up on the panel myself, say, what's going on here, guys? What's this all about? What's shaking? Because somebody DM'd me and said, hey, you might want to get over on Lady Di's channel and see what the fuck is going on over there. And because they knew I was helping with the channel. So I actually dubbed that and put that in a separate video on this very channel, which is still here. I just made all that shit private because I don't want to lose it. People strike shit. And if only just to keep BTC at bay, who says, well, I have the proof that you're the one who brought him on. You're the one that brought that guy on our panel. You did it. Okay. Once again, I am still waiting. And we'll go on waiting forever. It has been 4 years since that panel went down. 4 whopping years. And all I hear out of that dude is the same thing every single time. He drops that, and every single time I said, okay, you want to relive it again? Let's do it. Let's do it for the umpteenth million time, BTC. The story, the narrative's never going to change. It won't budge 1 inch with me. Keep trying. Still waiting. I've actually literally tried to bait this mofo to go live on his channel and do this, but he won't do it. He won't do it. The only one who's getting up his panel is the loudmouth schnook, otherwise known as Black Rose, who I call Gravel Rose. I called her Black Mold. That was my first nickname for this bitch. All she does is get up and squawk and make noise, and then she sits there like panel furniture. That's all she does. Anyways, I wonder why she's running from Silly Wabbit. I wonder why that is. She avoids him like the plague. Anyways, there happened to be a reason for that, I can assure you. But yeah, these bitches were all sitting there saying, hey, we got to keep our channel drama free is what we got to do. But we'll go over to Bedtime Clowns or ER Videos, or we'll go over to Flying Monkeys. Where else do they go? Well, those are pretty much the highlights. So we'll just bash her and you and just sit there and talk shit about you because we ain't got nothing. We don't got dick shit else to talk about except for you guys. We ain't got nothing else in common, so we'll just shit talk you. That's all it was. It was the same dumb shit every single time, and this went on for a couple of years or so, about 2.5 years, I'd say. And then what I saw is those people getting apparently sick of each other. And, I mean, they had nothing in common with each other. Not that I could see. If I'm wrong, if I'm lying, I'm dying. So, You know, I'm just sitting here, I'm just shaking my head, going like, yeah, exactly, exactly. The flare has burnt out on that in that supposed infinite torch of your guys, and nothing is forever. All things come to an end. That's just the way it is. Everything's inevitable. And I can't tell you how many of these different little cliques, as we call them, and communities that I have seen just implode on themselves. And we sit here and talk about the Stabby Shade and Hebrew Operator and 420 and Bubs and all of that, those people. I mean, you could totally see that was same that inner circle of people was going to suffer the same fate, and it's exactly what it did. No different than any other time. It could be a large community. It could be a medium, mid-sized community, whatever you consider. Well, I consider a large community to be, I don't know. I mean, in the drama shit, like around 100 or more, a couple hundred, anywhere between 1 to 300, somewhere in there. A mid-range communities, anywhere like 300 or to about, I don't know. What would you say, about 600, 700, 800, somewhere in there. And then some of these people go live, and there's over 1,000 people in their chats every time. Those are your shining stars, if you will, of freaking YouTube. They don't care what 10th Man says, being the king of what does he call himself? The king of fucking YouTube or whatever. It's some shit like that. Some shit like that. AC, I didn't even know you remember this channel. This channel has just been like beep flatline for a while. I went live on it the other day. But people, that's how it works. It doesn't matter who you're talking about. It doesn't make any diff whatsoever. People become best friends 1 minute, and then they're arch enemies the next. Some people put on a play. Not all, not always. But some people put on a play, and they're out there, laughing it up and have a jolly old time. It's happy hour at the bar, and just living it up, living it up. And then they come on YouTube panels and they put on a play like they're going to be pulling up on each other's houses and slashing each other's tires and putting smoke grenades in their mailboxes and all that kind of shit. Egging their house. Throwing large pepperoni pizzas on the rooftop. Shit like that. That's, I think, if my memory, isn't that a Prime account right there? I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's Prime. Use your regular account. You're not blocked here. I seriously doubt I think I cleared the block list on this channel out a couple of years ago, and I haven't messed with it since. So, I mean, people, even if there's stock accounts that are blocked in my main channel that I got now, the Glockfordian one, they're surely not blocked here. Prime's not blocked on the channel anyway. I think he's still got a wrench. I've had to yank that thing how many times? How many times have I had to yank that wrench, Prime? How many times have I had to do that? How many times? Talk to me. Whisper sweet somethings in my ear. Anyways, that's just how it is out here. How it is, how it was, how it. Oh, is that evil ghost in the chat? Ooh, that looks like the real evil ghost. Wow, haven't seen you in a while. I remember early on. I remember this. Do you remember? Actually, you know what? Here, sharing means caring. I remember your mods having a complete smorgasbord, timing me out every fucking 60 seconds. Do you remember that? I could hardly even, before I even started typing a new message, I was getting just clobbered with timeouts. I remember Peachy blocked me on her channel like almost immediately. I remember that. I do remember that. But anyways, and some of that early Ghost, you used to ride and hang out with all the shit show gang and all. Remember that? Yeah. I know you still hang out with Bird. I'm sorry for you. But anyways, thanks for stopping by. Thanks just the same. I don't get. Listen, I do not gatekeep. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, that guy's blocked. She's history. You're out of here, bub. You know, just because y'all are hanging out with people I particularly don't care for. I am not here to tell. If I sat here and told six banger that you could not hang out with let's see, Chuck Norris _Norris, or you could not hang out with my buddy Evil Ghost here, or Polly Crispy for that matter, then I would just be a hypocrite. I'd be sitting here preaching what I don't practice, preaching what I don't practice. I'm a little dyslexic, sorry about that. But anyways, who's PBT Port CT? Are you another soccer? Whoever you are, you've got a wrench. So you had to be somebody who's been in here a while. I think Evil Ghost here is like the first person I've actually given a wrench on this channel in over a year and a half or so, at least. Because the last time I went live, I didn't give out any wrenches, and I think everybody's pretty much had them anyway. So anybody's got wrenches in here except for Evil Ghost now, who's got one now too. Sharing means caring. Although I would definitely not expect this guy to return the favor in his channel. If he gave me a wrench in this channel, he would never hear the end of it. He would never hear the end of it from Bird or Peachy, I'm sure of that. And I never did shit to her. I never did shit to Peachy. Nothing. And she blocked me as soon as she saw me. It was not love at first sight. Anyways. So moving on. And you guys keep almost an hour in here. But I went live for an hour just to get Evil Ghost in here. Just to get him in here. That's the whole thing was all about. It was all planned. It was a plot. You took the bait. You took the bait. So anyways, as I like to say, it's Ace Spicy, Trifold Chili. Oh shit, live thumb swipe away. Delete Laws. He goes live like all freaking night long, all night long, and there was a guy that made a quad fold. He made it with me. He coined the idea of making my own trifold, and we ended up making a quad fold. So it's got 4 folding pages. I laminated a couple of them. I mailed a couple of them out just for the hell of it. I should have sent one to him. That would have been funny, but I didn't. And this was way back, man. This was back when Delete Laws was with Cholito was going at Kate Peter, who Harry Balls 5557 blocked me from her channel and kicked me out of her server after accusing me of nuking the damn thing. Yeah, there was that, and then she actually got on my server and started going at me, or accusing me of nuking her server. Well, he's the asshole that kicked me out of her server over freaking 3.5 months before the thing even went down. So there's that. Bitch. Biatch. So anyways, pardon my French. Don't pardon my French. That makes me angry. But anyways, there is no better way to e-thug out here than to block people you talk shit about. I mean, there's that. There is that. Don't get me wrong, there are some legit reasons somebody would get blocked. There are. I don't have to go down the list, do I? But otherwise, I don't care. If I could care less if I care less any of my arch enemy. I want them to come on my. That's the thing these people did not get. When all of this shit started with me and the whole Flying Monkey crew and all that. See, they missed out on a golden opportunity. If you're going to talk shit about somebody, what's a better show? What is a better show than to actually have the person that you're dumping on right there on the panel with you? I mean, perfect. Well, duh. But that's these guys did the complete opposite. The total opposite. So, me being the wiser man, as always, people, as always. Anyways, I know Ghost knows about my other channel because I tagged him and he actually came in there and said hi. I mean, he did. And hey, listen, all bullshit aside, I do appreciate you stopping by if you're still out there. I do. Maybe we'll catch you on the next one. Maybe not. But anyways, where are we at here? So, again, I never did that. I never did that. In fact, the very people that I've talked about this morning are the very people I used to let get on my panel when I used to do them a lot more often. And I'll tell you, these people, when they were going at Lisa B, were on my panel talking all kinds of mad shit about her. They were doing the same thing to her that they've done to me. They've done to all kinds of other people. It's all part of a big ass hate bond. That's all it is. That's all it is. And once you're weak if you hate bond. In other words, you're not. I'm not talking about you're on someone's channel. They're going over content. You're engaging in the chat. Okay, you could say that's a form of hate bonding, but if you're not, if you're not copycatting what somebody else doesn't like somebody for, that you haven't come to your own conclusion with, but based on if there is such a thing. But what's the word I'm looking for? Transparency is the word I'm looking for, which I don't think exists out here at all. But anyways, point being made is, there's a difference between hate bonding or what you call gaslighting somebody, and that kind of shit, versus you genuinely do not like that person. Okay, I do not like Tyrant Bird. Evil Ghost, I don't speak for him, but I'm pretty sure he does like him. So I'm not going to go and find all Evil Ghost's enemies and go hate bond with them against him because he's a friend of Bird's. That's not how I roll. Okay, Nicolina is pro Bird. I like Nicolina. I don't like Bird. Do you see me going around to all of the what do you call them? The Mean Girls enemies and going and prying, combing YouTube and, figuring out who all those people are so I can go hate bond with them against Nicolina because she likes Bird? No, I don't do that kind of shit. I don't roll like that. Hence the reason when I used to go on panels and all this shit went down a couple of years ago or so in the history books, which have been more than torched and rewritten, I don't know how many times, told and retold, but mostly by people that weren't even there, like CC Truck 17. Well, we'll talk about him in just a minute again. But anyways, again, I'm not perfect. I get shit wrong, and if I get shit wrong and somebody points it out to me and says, no, this is what happened, not that, I'm like, okay, cool, gotcha. All right, I'll eat crow on this one. I don't have a problem with that. I'm a big boy. I will take that. I will absolutely take that. And I'll come out here and I'll talk about it. Okay? Not a problem. I gotcha. Coco, corrosive. CC Truck 17 is somebody from the what is it called? 90 days. I call them I'm going to call them the 90 days in. Like 90 days in jail. They're actually called 90 Day Fiance, and that's where he comes from. And he knows, like, he's kind of from the shiz when she kind of invented her whole, like, self, I guess you might say, her, how should I put it, her channel and her content and her persona, after being Masshole's co-host for so long, and all that. Which is where Biff Thundermuffin came from. And Harry Balls, 5557, my bad, came from. There's a handful of these people that came from over there. But, I was around when friggin' Team Skeptic, AFA, Accountability for All, Josh Abrams, and who else was in the mix in that one? I mean, there was a number of them. I remember Deborah. I actually talked to her in VC, and we got to hear her story for the first time. And it's a very bad story, and that's one of the, or not Deborah. I'm thinking of Justice for Kaylee's mom. When his mom was being used by Chili for like clickbait and stuff, like shock content. And he was going to do this big, huge crowdfunding for her and all of that, if you remember. I don't know, AC. I don't know shit about your 90-day bitches. I know who the key players are. I don't follow them. I watch your guys' stuff when, like, you and Jamie, and I don't think Golden Boy, who always gets mixed up with Global Reporter out here all the freaking time. You see Golden. See, now I'm doing it. You see Global Reporter 1 come in my chat, and you got, like, it just lights up like a fireworks show. And on the 4th of July, hey Fox, hey, all these little Fox avatars going in there. Like, guys, that's not the same dude. Hello, how many times am I going to tell you this? And about 15 minutes later, then the real Golden Boy shows up, and then I get Fox Mulder in here. The perfect mix. Anyways, what I do know is my friend, my bestie, CC Truck 17, who apparently doesn't know how to use YouTube properly, I guess, was there bitching in Brett's chat yesterday, asking why he was blocked. I have screenshots of this. And I'm like, oh yeah, here we go. I was just waiting for him to say, hey, blocked me. Then I realized, even though I'm a mod and I can see him, okay, I can see him, but he can't see me because he blocked me. See, he blocked me. He blocked me in Discord, and he blocked me in YouTube. And I was waiting for this dude's ultimatum in Discord on hazmat shit. Like, how long ago was this now? Like 3 months or so ago? And I never got it, and I'm real disappointed in that. But I'm sitting here going, you're not blocked. You're not blocked. And I'm like literally screaming to this dude in the chat, because I have a wrench on that channel. And there I go again. I got a shield on the dude's channel, Brett's, and I'm sitting here like telling this dude, we see you. You're not blocked. Hello. And he's not responding to me at all because he can't see me. He doesn't even know I'm there because he has me blocked. So even if you block somebody, especially if you Google block them, if you Google block somebody, you can't see them at all. So you get timed out by a mod that you got blocked and you don't even know they're there. And that is no lie. So CC Truck 17, in all fairness, his own stupidity, could not see anything I was trying to convey to this dude, that your comments are posting. Your comments are there. And certain keywords that you type in YouTube gets automatically held for review. Or if they think it's bad enough, even if it's not, which most of the time it's not, then they won't even let it post at all to be held for review. So a mod can approve it or deny it, okay? So he couldn't see a damn thing I was typing to him, but everybody else he could see everybody else. Aussie Manda, she's in these chats all the time, all the flipping. She cannot see me at all, not at all. She's a moderator on Brett's. I'm a moderator. She can't see me. I can see her, but she cannot see me. She doesn't even know I'm there. So there you go. I'm just giving you some examples of when you block somebody, you can't see them, even if they're a mod. But as a mod, you see, if you have them blocked, they can now see you as a mod. Yes, they can. It's all part of moderatorship and all that kind of shit. But they still can't, they cannot see you, no. And that's to me, that's kind of dumb. I mean, what? That just doesn't make any sense. But does any of this shit out here make any sense? No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. If the whole purpose is a mod can see you, and you're in somebody's chat, and you got them blocked, like not on the channel, but on you have your channel blocked. You blocked their channel, so you cannot see them. If they're a mod on a channel, you should be able to see them because they're moderating a channel and they're telling you something like, hey, knock that shit off, or could you stop mentioning that? Could you stop doing this, that, or the other? Whatever it is they're trying to tell you, you don't even know what they're telling you. So how can you possibly comply with their direct orders? That's a direct order, Private. How can you comply with anything or even you can't see their shit because again, you have them blocked and they can see you. Can't see what I mean? You see what I mean? It's fucked up. It is totally snafu. Situation normal, all effed up is what it is out here. So I said my piece, more like pieces. You guys see where I'm coming from? You see where I'm coming from? But I'm going to give you a prediction on the Lisa B, that inner circle of people, which there a lot of them are the same ones that were all together as one big happy family until Huckleberry fucked that all up and Rick Rude. This is like about, I don't know, like 3 years ago or some shit like that. And it drove Allie Rainbow off of YouTube for the longest time. She left. She was gone. I like Allie. I do. I don't hate Lisa. She is not somebody I do not like. Okay. I have nothing. The only thing I don't go to her channel because she will play those shenanigans with me. Don't take my word for it. Go ask her. Just go ask her yourselves. If I get on her panel, she's going to kick me backstage, going to mute my microphone, play all those same games, and then I'm going to get just completely annihilated in the chat. Why? Because she keeps pulling my wrench. So I finally said, fine, fuck it, I'm gone. I'm out of here. And I'm not sexist. This has nothing to do with that. I don't care if Lisa was neither a guy nor a gal, and if she was an it, okay? I did the same thing to COVID's channel. The same thing to COVID's. I left his channel for the same reasons I left her channel, too. And that's just me. I'm not telling you. Am I? No! Y'all are welcome to hang out and do whatever it is that you want to do. The more the merrier. Please keep it going. You can only please the few that show, not the millions who didn't come. So there it is. In a nutshell, right? That's right. And as Evil Terry had found out the hard way when he did what he did, and he went on this complete meltdown, the downward spiral of Terrytopia 9.0. He's deleted a lot of channels before that. Yes, he has. And I knew about that. I knew it. I just didn't say it. CT. Who's Miss CT? Who are you talking about? Anyways, but again, you saw how that didn't work out in his favor for him, and he had to go and try to, he what he did is he ran over to the Andy Cruz. I like Andy Cruz. I got nothing bad to say about nothing. He can be a fun channel to go watch and see what's all going on over there. A lot of Krama shit like COVID's. Same thing. COVID's channel's mostly been Krama girls on there. Women that there's men in there too, but there seems to be an overabundance of women that get involved in true crime more than guys. At least the Krama aspect of it. The crime aspect of it. Anyways, they got Morbid X out there. Same kind of Starlight. Let's just name drop a few names. Oh, he's name dropping again. Oh, bitch, that's all you do is name drop people. So shut up already. Swear to God, not Adam. I'm telling you. Anyways, but again. So then there's Terry doing the shit he's calling all of his old friends out for doing. That he way over exaggerated, and these people did everything I saw these guys bend over backwards for this guy. I mean, literally roll out the red carpet to get him to come around and to stop, fucking up. And he just wasn't having part of that. Do you think these guys would do that for me? Oh, hell no. But Terry goes back a ways, you see, and he was a co-host of Brett's not once but twice. And I told Brett this directly. I told him that listen, I don't think you disagree with me on this, man, but Terry was the best co-host you have ever had. He even on the shit show with AC right here, right there, right now. Terry was a gem on your guys' channels at the time. And then he just completely just self-annihilated for no reason. I get he had some fucked up things going on. I'm not unsympathetic to that. But listen, so have you. So have I. So is that an excuse to go and, pull the shit he did? I think not. I believe in forgiving and not forgetting. Isn't it in the Bible? Hallelujah. We should ask Rick Rude, who's an ordained minister, if I can pronounce that right. Can't today. For Universal Christ Church. Hallelujah. Hey, can I get an amen? Amen. Hell yeah. So anyways, people can, hey, listen, hey, I'm going to tell you something. The same people, the people that will come around and try to fuck with me, give me something to talk about for the next 2 months. See how that works? It's a two-way. Hey, listen, what's good for thee is good for me, right? Right? Yeah. If you're going to get on the internet, run your fucking mouth and talk shit about me, then you give me equal rights to do the exact same thing right back to AC. Come on now. You and I fought for over 2 years. But we kept it clean. We didn't attack each other's families or any of that kind of shit. We didn't go IRL. We just sat there and panel battled once in a while. We got into a little scuffle here and there, A black eye here, a bruise there, broken nose, bleeding toes. And you know what? We came out stronger, didn't we? I don't know. I think we did. But that's if that's not living proof, you can fight with somebody on the internet. And you can fight with them for freaking ever. But the problem today is, and listen, I don't care if you like me or you don't like any of you. You can all hate my guts. That'll give me more reason to stay on here even longer and talk about y'all even more. I will too. I'll guarantee. You know I'm good for it. You know damn well I'm good for it. But anyways, people, they just can't take it. Look at Bird. Look at Mr. Tyrant Bird there, okay? All he does is he tries to rewrite history. He spreads fake news. He has no receipts. He takes what people say totally out of context, and he'll clip people's shit like he's done to me and lots of you. Well, some of you know, and literally tried to make you say something you didn't say. And you'd have to be a blatant idiot, a complete fucking moron. You have to be more off, not an on. You got to be on to be a moron, right? You like that? You like that? Feel free to use that. I heard that from somebody else and somebody else and somebody else too. Anyway, it's not OG to me. People can't take shit out here, and they take everything so personal. Nobody like Tyrant Bird. Correct me if I am wrong. A guy like that cannot even take a grain of constructive criticism at one iota. He cannot take it. He can't. And so he goes nuclear on people, and he starts making phone calls to federal probation officers, which are federal law enforcement people too. That's federal right there. And starts calling people's landlords. What else has he done recently? That's obviously to Joey Vegas Valley. All because Joey's sitting there fucking with him on the internet. Joey's give him a taste of his own medicine, and you don't have to like him either. You don't got to like Vegas Valley. But the thing of it is you got to give him credit. Joey's just giving him a taste of his own medicine. He's not even doing half the shit to him that he's done to how many people out here. How many people out here? And he cannot fucking take it. Neither can Steph. The two, thick as thieves there, cannot take this shit back. And he starts making phone calls. He's no better than Rick Rude, calling Department of Homeland Security on me in Washington, D.C., for fuck's sake. He did do that. Yes, he did. He did that in, when did he do that? That was in, he did that in April of 2023. I have the exact date. I think it was like April 9th or some shit like that. I got it. I got the whole phone call on this channel. It's just private now. I've made that shit public how many times? And he really did call them. Trust me. Yes, he did. I had a phone call about 3 days later from an Alphabet Soup agency asking me who in the fuck this guy is. Why is he calling police departments, state and federal agencies, including us, all around the country about you? And yes, I did call that number back, the main line, that is. I did go through an actual switchboard operator, and they did go ahead and patch me through to that same federal fucking agent. Because Rick Crude called them on me. Yes, that did happen. Fucking idiot. But anyways, it didn't go anywhere. Did you see the feds come kick my door and haul my ass off to the Hooskow? Did I go take a swim behind in San Quentin, Alcatraz? You know, was I thrown in Fort Leavenworth? Locked up so damn long, I wouldn't remember any of their names, your names, alone mine. No, that didn't happen to me at all. Nothing. Didn't dick shit happen to me on here. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Rick Crude is trying to get me all locked up. So he was impersonating an officer on YouTube. And he still makes calls. He still makes phone calls on people. Yes, he does. All he talks about is that Lady Di all the time. That's all he does. He talks about her all the time. All the time. Oh, I swear to God, you can't make this shit up. You can't. Do you think that the federal agents are going to care about some guy that said, "Hey, I used to be on a university police and public safety department. Did you know that?" Okay, and? Well, maybe it's because I really did that shit. Did that dawn on any of you? Yeah, that. It's just the same bullshit, and it always cycles back around. It doesn't matter what it is. It does not matter. The same shit cycles back around every flipping time. Every time. Like Rebel. Let's talk about him for just a minute. I already talked about CC-17. CC-17 is my new buddy. He's my new buddy. He's my new friend, my best friend. I'm sorry if you guys are jealous. I don't even know what the guy sounds like. What does he sound like? AC, have you talked to him before? Who out here has talked to this guy? He doesn't. I have never seen him on a. I don't know if he's ever been in the 90 Day In community. If he's ever been on any of their panels, but I don't even know what this dude sounds like. I know he's a Hoosier. Shout out to Indiana Jones. I mean, hell, both sides of my family come from that state, so there's that. There is that. Yes, there is. But. Old Yeller. Fucking Old Yeller. Why did you even ask that question? Old Yeller. Drag him out back and take him out of his own damn misery. It's just like Pet Sematary, man. Barbarian comes back even more vicious and violent every freaking time. Every time. Does that appease you, sir? Your question? So anyways, again, Rebel is... listen, what does this kid do? What does he do? He babbles too much. He tells... He's so dumb. He tells his entire life story on YouTube in a complete mad rage, just like Evil Terry did, right? Yeah, that. And then it ends up haunting him later. Lord Doc, there you go. There's an older version of him. Lord Doc gets drunk as a skunk. Rebel drinks too, and a bit too much at times. Gets on YouTube and starts telling all these crazy, outlandish stories. Whether any of them are really true or not, whether he was part of the Dillinger gang that was running around robbing banks all over the place, whether he was like, whether he's a distant, long-lost relative of Bonnie and Clyde, I have no freaking idea. What I do know is that he gets on YouTube and talks way the hell too much about personal shit on here. And people are like, shut up, quit talking, Doc. End it, delete it, make it private. And he just keeps on going. He keeps on going. And it's landed him in the hot seat more than once. Oh, yes, it has. Yes, it has. So Rebel wouldn't have half of the shit going on with people on YouTube if he would learn to shut the fuck up and not sit there and talk about his personal shit on YouTube. How many people would even know he moved? It would take they'd figure it out eventually. Don't get me wrong. Those, what do you call them? Sharon watchdoggers. They would eventually have figured that shit out, but it would take them some time. It would have taken some time if he just kept quiet about it. Once again, if I'm not living proof that don't get on YouTube and talk about your personal life shit on here, I don't know who is. It's totally different. It's totally different if somebody else puts that shit about you, not you had nothing to do with it. Okay? Just like that university police department that I was on. I didn't put that shit out there. Somebody else did. So there's that. So anyways, again, when you get on YouTube and you start talking about all your shit, it's damn good. It's only going to come back to haunt you. Somebody's going to use it against you, and they're going to not only they're going to use it against you, they're going to take your words, and they're going to twist, and they're going to tug, and they're going to completely get you all tied up like a twisty, soft pretzel. If you've ever been to Aunt Anne's, hell, I remember Hot Sam's pretzels when I was growing up at the mall. Hell yeah, shout out, baby. Mrs. Fields cookies bought them out, and then that was the end of an ending for Hot Sam pretzels. Man, damn. Anyways, no one bites the dust. So I'm gonna go about maybe 4 or 5 more minutes, and that's gonna be about a wrap for me today. I'm gonna try to do a panel. I'm just debating. Like, if I go, maybe I should do a panel on this channel, just see who might come up. Nah, I'll probably should do my main channel. But this channel was created because Flying Monkey gave me 2 copyright strikes on my initial Glockford channel. I still have access to the Agent Orange channel. That's my character before I became this one right here in 2022 is when I became Honest Abe. And I inherited all of Evil Abe's trolls because, unbeknownst to me, Evil Abe used to go by Honest Abe at the time. See, at the time. So I inherited all his shit. All of it. I didn't know who the hell is Evil Terry. Well, it was because the shit show AC here highlighted his channel or tagged him or something. I think he tagged a list of channels in his tab. And then somebody said, oh, just go to his channel, and there's a link to it right there. Really? And he's got like 4 or 5 channels. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Who is this guy? And is he part of Boit or something like that? I don't know. I know he knows like Andy Cruz, and he knew a lot of those guys. Poon, R.I.P. The guy's a total jackass online. But anyways, I didn't know who that guy was, and I got all these people coming and going at me on my channel. I had people coming on my panel, sitting there cussing me out, telling me I should be ashamed. I had people. This happened. This is a reoccurring event, man. This is a reoccurring event. Remember Tats auditing the trolls in STC Media? You remember that? Well, STC Media got into a knife fight with some dude in a bar in Missouri, in the state of Misery. Been there a few times. I've been through Ferguson, Missouri, where the riots happened. It was probably about, I don't know, 8 or 9 years prior. But still, I have been through Ferguson, Missouri. Yes, I have. It's a very small town. You can literally count to like 3, and you've completely surpassed all of downtown Ferguson, which tragically got burned down to the ground some years before the Floyd riots in Minneapolis, which Huckleberry, isn't she from there, around there somewhere, wasn't able to stop. So damn you, bitch. But anyways, is people that are high and mighty like that on the riding the high horse on frickin' YouTube shit couldn't stop a whole frickin' riot in a major U.S. city. Damn. So anyways, I don't know, it's fucked up. So anyways, so he gets in this knife fight. He like pulls out a dagger at somebody in some tavern in Springfield, or I don't know where. I wrote all this shit down. Naven was sitting there calling me a liar. He always calls me a liar, and he don't have shit to prove me a liar with. Nothing. And I debunk his shit every time because he can't get the narrative right. And he sat there and said I was a liar and I didn't know nothing about this and I was just making shit up. And he challenged me to to give him the name of the tavern and the name of the woman who was the manager or assistant manager of the whole place. That's because I talked to her on the phone. And so I get all these gosh darn people. I'm getting better at this, see? I'm getting better at this. All these people attacking me on YouTube saying, shame on you, Abe, shame on you. How can you even show your face here? Do you even have a conscience? Like, yeah, like you do. You just got up and ran away years ago, trust me. But anyways, the moral compass police raiding my channel. But everywhere I went, I had at least one or two or three people coming at me, dissing me for what I did at a bar in Missouri. And I had no fucking clue what they were even talking about. I swear to God. I have been through Missouri. I have not been through Missouri since I have been back on YouTube for the last 4 years. The hell, whatever pipe that you're smoking on, give me a whiff, will you? Give me a puff. Pour me one, will you? Anyways, this ain't exactly the peace pipe, is it? Not hardly. Ain't no dream catches here. Ain't no dream catches here, peace pipes. No powwows and campfire stories to be told in this hut. Oh, for fuck's sake. There, I just said it again. So then I start to learn about who STC Media is and Tats. And that's how the whole thing really started there. That's how it all began. I didn't know him from Adam. Tats was using a character it was an Abraham Lincoln, kind of a host, like an avatar, was like presenting his content, where what he was doing is he was curtailing like cop watcher and auditor videos. That was his whole idea for this guy's channel. It actually had a lot of success, and the guy's a military vet. And I guess he was in the Army or National Guard or Army, something like that, like regular Army. But he got doxxed later by the PDF elves because they started going at him when he started to do content on Poor Dirt Farmer, critiquing his old videos, and they didn't like that too. I'm sure he didn't either, right? So then he gets on their radar and Tyrant Wars radar because if you piss off one, you piss them both off. It's the same thing, same people too in the groups, widely. But anyways, oops, did I let that rat out of the hat? Oops-a-daisy. Whoops. So anyways, there is that. But, boy, that Keebler is psycho bitch. But you gotta watch what you say about her, because she might just try to run you over one of these days. She might try to mow your ass down in the middle of the street. Jump the curb and just take you out of business altogether on the sidewalk. And then back up and do it again. Maybe she'd actually get the job done right this time, huh? Just saying. Oof. So anyways, Tats was friends with STC Media, Indiana Auditor. I heard he passed. And then there was Gregory the cameraman, iTalk or whatever it is, 1970. Not to be confused with the other Gregory that people were trolling, and he nuked his new iPhone in the microwave because people told him to do it. Trolls did, and then there was a big fundraiser and all. You remember all that? Yeah, I remember all that. Anyways, anyways, wasn't the PDF elves protecting that, or they safeguarding that guy after that happened? Because they would see me in his chat and just boom, instantly knock me out and block me, like bitches they are, bunch of bitches. That's right, I said it. I don't take it back either. What are you not gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? Still waiting. You ain't gonna do shit. What are you gonna do? All talk then, no action. All talk today. All bark, no bite. Oh, and they do call female Cocker Spaniels bitches, so it's a perfect adequate for the occasion as far as I'm concerned. Right, Keebler? Right, Keebler? Now, she blocked me on Friends and Code's channel. She blocked me over there. She blocked me. I seen, you know who used to hang out over there in his channel? He's taking out that guy's chat. Newsnet Patrick. NNP. Patrick Roth. And I got in the chat and said hi to him one, and Keebler was not about to let that happen. Oh, shit. Oh, God. So you can't make this shit up. You can't. You don't even have to try. Just sit back and grab a big old bowl of popcorn. Grab yourself a good beer. And just sit back and enjoy the show, man. You don't even have to go live. You don't gotta. You don't have to get on anybody's streams. You don't have to get in the chat. You can just sit back and watch. It's fucking funny. It's hilarious. You know, God had a hell of a sense of humor and made these people, man. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, fucking A. I don't know who you're talking. Who are you talking about? Where is my blue skinned friend today? I don't. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh! Y'all were asking about Shiva. I know Shiva's still around. He did some. I don't think Stabby knows this channel exists. I don't think she knows it's here. That's probably why she's not around. Or she's sleeping in. I wouldn't be awake right now if I didn't have to be. Hell no. Hell no. Not even to go to the Golden Arches, man. I only go there occasionally on days off, which I'm going to do today. So anyways, what was I going to say? I was going to tell you something else. Something important, too. Hate it when this shit happens. Hate it. But you can't make this shit up. Once again, you just can't. So, anyways, take it with a grain of salt and take that grain of salt. There you go. Right there. Right there. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. I do plan to do the panel. That would be a lot of fun. We'd have a great, jolly old time. Maybe we could even lure BTC to come up on the panel and rewrite history on what was going on Lady Di's panels in the year 2022. Like, anybody gives a flying fuck about. Nobody cares. He wasn't even there anyway. Oh, but he's got. He said, I've got a witness. I got four. I got four on one. I win. I'm like UPK. I just declare myself the winner. You know, why even waste your time going in like a frickin' triathlon, and when you can just simply go order your own trophy, make your own trophy, have your name engraved on the damn thing, and then there you go. Add it to your collection. Add it to your collection. Oh, you've got your trophy. Right? Oh my God. I can't. I just can't. Now, people can't take shit out here. This is the last thing I'm going to talk about today. All things being equal must come to an end. They can't, it's again. So people cannot take shit out here. I'm not just speaking in layman's terms. I use Bird as a prime example. Perfect example right there. Can't take anything. You can't. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, if this mofo even went through survived a quarter of the shit that I did on here, oh, for crying out loud, man, you'd never hear the end of this shit. Never. You absolutely would. This guy would have driven himself straight to the funny farm in a straitjacket. Totally. Abso-freaking totally. Could not take it. The first time I timed out Naggin, Avon Johnson there. Their PDF calls him Naggin. I timed his ass out on ER videos for like 5 minutes or 1 minute. I think it was 5. Yeah, it was 5 because at the time you couldn't pick times to time some. This is a while ago, man. This is quite a while ago. And you did not hear the end of this from this dude. He was bitching everywhere he went because I did it. Because he threw up my name, my first name in the chat. And ER said, time anyone out that put your name out there. And I said, okie dokie. You made me your managing mod there, Earl, so I'll go ahead and do that. So there you go. Your wish is my command, Saya. Well, then he sits there and pulls my wrench next day. Saying, well, yeah, you went and timed 10 people out. Yeah, there were some of them were throwing my full name out there. Some were just throwing my part of my name for my first name out there. And you're the one who specifically told me to knock people out in your chat that are doing that. So that's exactly what I did. And quit being a bitch about it, man. So anyways, but he was. But again, people, they can't take it, and they just go nuclear on people. They do. I have never called the cops on anybody out here, even one time. Not even once. You know how many times Rick called the cops on me? Oh, shit. Hell, I even had Hillbilly Man who was in my chat the other day. Because he never went away. He's still out here. Of course he is. So he even called the county clerk's office on me. I guess he was, I don't know what the hell, he wanted to see if I was on the Rockford University Police and Public Safety Department. So who better to call than the county clerk's office? I mean, hell, they got deeds to ranches out there. They got property deeds. They got marriage certificates. They have notary public certificates. All kinds of that shit in there, right? All kinds of that shit. So of course that they would keep records and dibs on a campus police force. Yeah, of totally, abso-freaking-lutely. What are you, nuts? So that was hilarious. So all these people calling all these government offices and departments and agencies on me, local to federal, because they can't take it back. That's the reason that these mofos did this shit. That's why they did it. That's why Bird does this shit to people. Bird's no better than Rick Crude. He does the same damn shit Rick Crude does. He completely loses his mind while he's talking to these people and just starts, talking shit to them and all that. It's like, how you're not even remotely trying to be cordial with any of these people. These are government officials. I don't care if they're city hall. I don't care if they work in the, U.S. Departments of Weights and Measures. I don't give a damn who they are. You're talking to government officials of some kind, of some caliber, and you think you'd be a little bit more, I don't know, like I say, if there is such a term for him, professional, which I don't think there is. But there's not. There literally is not. I sat there and listened to him calling all these people on Vegas Valley on his live. That's what Rick. That is a Rick Crude move, if I do say so myself. Or a Huckleberry did the same damn thing. Them all three of them, thick as thieves they are. All three of them. I swear to God, not Adam. Man, lightning strikes same place twice. Hell yeah. Strike me now, God, hit me. Just take me out of the equation. I'm done anyway. Game over. Not 2, but 3. To the third power cube. But no, it's just I just like, God dang, I never, all these people that said all this fucked up foul shit to me on here. And I'm not the only one. No, I'm not sitting here, being a professional victim and saying, the humanity, we're not pulling that one. I'm just simply saying people have fucked up shit to me on here. Yes, they did. People try to pay me a fucking Loch Ness monster on here. Okay? The boogeyman. And none of it was true. None of it. And I didn't call, how many people I called on those people for doing that shit? Biff Thundermuffin, hell, was probably one of the biggest instigators of all, next to Harry Balls. Both these people come off of massholes. They come from her side, her community. So you want to tell me, anybody want to take a big quick guess on here before I get out of here? You know what? I could be. There's another piece of work. GD, Wilma Dickfit, Taryn Dix, the UPK squad members. All these people. Corrosive, Shiva. I'm not in UPK, I'm in IP2. Well, why are you up there talking about what's going on and fuck with Shiva? And I put that on a video short. I don't know if it's still public or not. It may not be. I have to go check and see. That was a while ago. Why are you talking about what's them and what's going on in their UPK server if you're not in it? If you're not in it, hello? Make that make sense. And I know a lot more people in there too. It's not just like your mom and teacher's mom and Viper. Viper, what the fuck is it? You know, those people. Those are your UPK squadrons right there. That's one guy who's in UPK. Well, he advertises his banner anyway. He don't give a shit. Booty Wart. I haven't seen him forever. I have not seen that dude drop a comment in YouTube and for god awful ever. Then you got your Whoop Whoop gang people. So you got all those people. Not Vapor, Viper, VIPR, had some kind of red avatar. Something like that. I heard they work for the government. I don't know if that's true or not. But anyways, it's VIPER, Viper. And there was a guy that was a, okay, I get it now. I get your joke. Hello. That went way the fuck over my head. Don't swear on my channel. But anyways, the guy that I used to know that was he was an Army veteran. He was in the Army. And then he had been out for, some couple of years or so, or whatever. But he was up there where Jamie lives, the Spit Cup Jamie, and he went by Viper Productions or something like that. Viper something. He was like a cop watcher dude. And there was another cop watcher out there. I forget his name. Jamie mentioned him one time, and I said, "Yeah," he says, "You got your own cop watchers and auditors out there where you live, all around you." And I don't think either one of them are around anymore. But anyways, those are some of the ones. This is going back to when I just first started getting back on YouTube again, and ran. I'm like, whoa, you're not far from where I'm. Where's Prime at? Stomping grounds are from. Hell yeah, man. What's going on? I hang out with you for a while, so that's what I did. Got to know some of those people. Illinois. Well, you ever been to Harvey, Illinois, where they have the Dixie Square shopping mall that the Blues Brothers crashed through? Well, me and my friends actually went through that mall, and it was totally trashed in like '98, as it was before they tore it down with Hurricane Ike funds. Go fig, right? So that's what happened to that mall. A lot of crime, a lot of criminal activity went in that mall, besides fires and homicides and God knows what else. Got it with copper strippers. But that was the mall that's in that 1980 movie Blues Brothers, right there, Blues Brothers. And so I've been through there, yes. If I can find my friends, I got some Polaroid pictures of us and then the inside of it too, so it's kind of cool. I just got to go in there. Kind of cool stuff, man. Hey. But anyways, Rebel is radio silent right now, I think, isn't he? I haven't seen anything out of him. Blues there is playing a bunch of old stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just some of the historical data, which I'm sure he's not proud of, he being Rebel. Having complete meltdowns on people on YouTube. I said I felt sorry for this kid. I do. I feel bad for him in that, look, he wasted all these years on YouTube when he could have been working, spending time with his mother, and all that. I never even talked about his mom until he made such a big issue out of it, and then sat there and said, Abe is trolling me over my mom and stuff. But when have I ever trolled him over his mom? Never. Never. You bring this when you brought this shit on me, so I'm just responding to it. I'm addressing it. I'm redressing it. I'm sorry you don't like it. But, you're the one again. I'm not the one who fired the first shot on this one. You did. Same thing with 420 Moon. Same damn thing. You start your shit with me, and then you can't take it. Then you go get Cajun Brandy to play second fiddle to be your shining white knight, and that didn't work out either. And then then you block me because that's it. I'm like, once again, I wasn't talking about 420 Moon ever until she started shit with me. I'm like, okay, okie dokie, you want some? You poke the bear comes charging. There you go, and you're up a tree. And now you're crying wolf. Oh, woe is me. Abe the soccer, man. Show me somebody on here who, if anyone can even recite what statutes cyber stalking even covers, at either the federal or the state level, you win the gold coin from me. Trust me. You get a whole roll of them. What the hell? A whole pot full of them. Platinum, too. So, I'm like, come on now. You asked for it. You got it. Congratulations. CC17, same damn thing. He started shit with me in Discord, and I'm like, oh, you're going to issue me an ultimatum, dude? Is that what you're going to do? Okay, well, let's see how that doesn't work out for you. And then the guy just ends up blocking me. He blocks me Discord and YouTube. Like a little bitch. I'm like, listen, who started what shit with who? Who started what with who? It all started with Harry Balls jumping in, what is it, server? The old town Vegas is what I call that server. And then starts dropping pictures of receipts that I had put out. About being hazmat certified and trained in the county hazmat and all that shit, which I actually did do, yes. And he started his shit with me as soon as Harry Balls did that. I said, okay, so you want a piece of this? You got it, buddy. You got it. As soon as that guy said until I apologized to the community for being stolen valor, which he called stolen valor when he was sitting there trying to gaslight me over being NFPA hazmat specialist trained. Well, I am not. I was not neither then nor ever was what you call NFPA, which is a nonprofit organization. I have, however, been OSHA, which is a federal act. Hazmat specialist certified, and even retook the whole course about 2 months ago, if even that. And I aced the test with a 90. That was a hard test, too, let me tell you. I spent the whole week taking that course. I paid $300 for that course. And I got continuing education unit points in the process. And I do have NFPA hazmat certification also. Yes, I do. I got both. Best of both worlds. So if you want to start your shit with me, then you can absolutely pull the pin on the grenade, take a number, get back on the back of the line, back of the bus, and then we'll tango. But what really set that one off is when Mr. CC17, who does not know how to use YouTube correctly, obviously, we saw that last night, right? The name was in Brett's. You saw that, yes? Him whining about getting blocked. Over and over again, at least a couple times. But again, when you tell me that you're going to issue me an ultimatum, you're going to lay down the law with me. That if I don't fess up that I'm stolen valor and faked all this stuff, that you are going to come at me with everything you got every single day. Well, then it's yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Game on, bitch. And that's how I act. That's how I am. I won't do that unless you come at me and you tell me that you are giving me an ultimatum. And that's the way it is. When you do that, then and only then, now you got my eyes locked and I'm locked and loaded. Symbolically, of course, my eyes on you. I'm watching you. But when you come at me with shit like that and you tell me there's going to be no Tyrant Bird did the same damn thing. Go ask him. See how that did not work out for him in the end. It didn't. So yes, when Rick Crude, he was one of the earliest ones that tried that pulled that shit with me, that stunt. See how it did not work for him? So, again, I am relentless when it comes to that. I'm not sitting here saying I can kick all y'all's asses from here to Shanghai, because I'm sure, for sure, I cannot. I can't. All I'm simply saying is, if you come at me and you issue me an ultimatum, then guess what? You are going to be the highlight of my live streams and videos for the foreseeable future. This is the same thing that other people do out here. So what's good for thee is good for me. Hell yeah, baby. It's game on, bitches. Oh, that's right. You're not blocked on this channel yet, Dave. And you won't be blocked. I'm not going to block your ass on this channel until you start doing what you did on my other channel. And you know what that is. So just whisper sweet somethings in my ear, Dave. Call me a PDF file. Even insinuate it. And we'll talk to you later. Anyways, I let this guy slide. Trump said. There's another fucking retard. And I don't even like calling people retards, but come on. This fucking idiot got on my chat about a month ago and dropped 180 comments about kids in my chat. Using kids as cannon fodder on my channel. Children as cannon fodder. I shit you not. I take no pride in saying that. I'm like, especially as a former educator who left on good, whose license expired on good terms. But my point is, when you start dropping, you start coming at me with that shit. Yeah, Houston. We got a problem, and Rick Crude is from Houston. So like the bitch he is. But Dave, you're welcome to stay as long as you want. As long as you don't pull that stunt. Word to the wise. I'm just letting you know. I am very lenient, and I do not like blocking anyone in my channel. But if you force my hand, pulling that kind of shit, and you drag my channel down like Trump said, and you did, well then, I guess you've earned your stripes. Congratulations, I guess. So, anyways, Rick Crude left he blocked me. He got in my chat a couple of months ago. It's probably been a couple of months now, anyway. And I told him, I says, Rick, I am sick and tired of you coming here doxing children in my chat. That's exactly what he was doing. And stop that shit. Knock it off. Stop calling me a PDF file. I'm not a fucking PDF file. I got talking about, speak of the shit show. It was a shit show that Rick Crude and I were both on, and I'm sitting there, he's getting scolded by everybody there because he's calling me shit like that. And he was told, look, if you don't have proof, if you can't show this guy's on paper that he's done something like that, then shut the fuck up. And then the very next night, he was on there doing it all over again on his channel. Him and Huck and all those grungy, fungy, worthless pieces of human trash, trailer trash on the planet. So there you go. Absolute garbage. That's what I'll call poor white trash. Absolutely, yes. And I am white. I'll call it for what it is. Abso-freaking-lutely. Anyways, there I said it, you can clip it. Poor white trash. Those kind of people. Can't stand them. Cannot stand them. It's got nothing to do with being rich. It's got nothing to do with being poor. It's how you put on a play out here. And you act like you're all that in a bag of chips. And you start doing shit like that. You earned it. As far as I'm concerned. Anyways, so there's your 15 seconds of shame. Where are we at here? Rick Crude's who started the whole damn thing to begin with. Rick Crude is the one who started calling me a PDF from the get-go. And how many times have I gone over this? Many, and we'll do it many, many more. He got mad at me because he blamed me for nuking his fucking channel, which is not the first channel he lost, and it certainly wasn't the last. But that hunk of trash, that termite infested, which is why the thing isn't condemned by the city of Houston is beyond me. The only conclusion that I can come up with is this: the city code enforcer. The city code officer is afraid to even set foot on that grass because of The fact that you'd literally be stepping into a biohazard level 4 secret laboratory. It'd be like Grandpa's Evil Lair on the Munsters. Was it the Munsters or Addams Family or the Munsters? I think it was the Munsters. Wasn't it the Munsters? Yeah. The guy who was on Car 54 in the 60s. That guy. So anyways, you know what I'm talking about. But oh my freaking God. I just can't. These. But anyways, that's the kind of people that, we're dealing with out here. And, and in some cases. And those are some prime examples of just that. Like your Keebler, no sugar added truth, your Huckleberry, your Rick Crude. These are poor white trash. Absolute garbage. Filthy people. Because they got filthy mouths. I don't care if they have a dime in their bank account. I don't care if they got $1 trillion. They are still the same category in my book. Not changed. Bedtime Clown, the same thing, yes. Bedtime Clown does the same damn thing. Gets on my channel and just because he can't pull off calling me a PDF like his buddies did, and he went along with, of course, he just does the next best thing, calls me a PDF simp. That's all he does. And I just throw it right back in his face. I'm like, you're friends with Rick Crude, and we know all about Rick Crude and his past and the fucked up foul shit he's said on here before and continues to say to this day. It was Ozymandia, of all people, who said, I just choose not to even engage on any channels this guy hangs out on. And I listen. Ozymandia, she sure as shit don't like me. But I'll tell you what, she got my respect for that one. She did. Yes, she did. Rue, I've been sitting here waiting for you to come on my channel all this time because I wanted to make you blue. So, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my world. Better buckle in tight, man. Make it tighter because we are in for a hell of a ride called Demolition Derby. Anyways, I tell you, these are what I call poor white trash people on YouTube. They're just garbage. Garbage people. Garbage. And, gracias. Buenos dias. But, anyways, they all fit in the same category. And I have to agree with Brett. I have to agree with him. Even if Brett didn't like me, I would still agree with him. It's got nothing to do with who likes who. It's about what's the truth. And Tyrant Bird is now in that sleazy category with the rest of them people that I just mentioned. Yes, he is. He's acting just like him on YouTube. He's making phone calls. He's making a complete ass out of himself to government officials on the phone and all these other people he's calling. And like congratulations. You have now risen. To their level. You are one of the same. You're just like them, and you've become everything that you cursed once upon a time, and that's the truth. Now you're one of them. If that is your legacy, then I feel sorry for you. I really do, because you can't take it. People have again. How many? Biff Thundermuffin. Okay, there's one of the ones who ran around spreading all kinds of lies, sat there and rewrote history, took every crumb on the floor that he could use at me and turned it into a full frickin' fresh-baked homemade apple pie. Okay? That's what he did. And y'all want to know how many phone calls I made on Mr. Biff Thundermuffin even after supposedly he got doxxed? If he did or didn't, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. I don't care. I wouldn't care if the guy lived across the street from me. How many phone calls I made on Biff Thundermuffin? How many times I called the law on him? Can you make a zero with the palm of your hand? Can you form a zero, a big fat goose egg? None. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Nothing. No, I didn't call anyone on anyone. There it is. Because I guess I've got a little bit more of a spine than a backbone than that. I guess. Wouldn't you know it? Wouldn't you know it? So, no, I didn't call the cops on nobody. Nobody. I didn't threaten to file lawsuits on anybody. People sure did that to me. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They sure as shit did. Like, bitch, you can't afford a lawyer. They wouldn't even take this on a contingent. So anyways, so there's that. I mean, again, I do practice what I preach. Yes, I do. I do. But no, I never got mad at anyone enough where I would feel the need, even if I wanted to, call the cops on anyone, because they're not going to care anyway. They're not going to care about any of this shit. They're not. If as many times as people have called the law on each other out here, how many times has it resulted in anything? And maybe a few, like needles in a haystack, about 15 zillion football fields wide. Maybe it's that little grain of sand you've been looking for all along, like winning the Powerball or some shit like that. Even if you got to share it, you are freaking got money growing your eyeballs. Hope you invest wisely, because I think this is a high percentage of people in the lottery that wind up broke within the first year or less, and they end up worse after they won lottery than they had before they won the lottery, just doing a mediocre job. So there's that. God damn it, Abe. God damn it. No, now see, I don't want to say that anymore. I'm sorry, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord. He made me do this shit. It's all his fault. All his fault. He brought ASMR in the community, and he did this too. Actually, I probably have something you might be interested, maybe not. I have a screenshot, a couple of them from when ASMR made his second coming, the second coming of ASMR, and I have the date, the exact date, because I got the title of the live stream, when he, which in the link to when he first emerged back on YouTube, and again the second time around, again. Anyways, I could deny any involvement in that because Wandering Hippie either deleted that video. I don't know, because it just says content unavailable. I don't know if it got struck down. I don't know if he deleted it. I don't know. Usually it would say it was removed from the platform. And it usually would tell you if it was copyright stricken. It would actually tell you the name of the person that did it. You know, like during the strike wars. But I have all that shit. If interested, just let me know. Hit me up. It won't cost you a nickel. Sharing, I'll post that shit on my channel right now if you want. I don't care. Why not? Why the hell not? But yes, ASMR landed on Wandering Hippie's channel, and it was sometime in 2024. I want to say it was like June or something like that. May or June. July. It was sometime then. I don't know. I did find the screenshots that, yes, I did. I found the link to the live stream. I found that too. Yes, I did. I have all of that. No, it's history in the making. That was what I call the coming of Asmar. I still say Steph's got him chained down in a cryogenic chamber down in the cellar. I really do at her crib. I was gonna say something else, but I bit my lip on that one. And you're welcome. Kane. I didn't talk about Kane's. Kane. I did a little bit. Kane's live streams. The usual gang coming up there. Usual crowd. ASAC got up on his channel. Was it yesterday? I was in the middle of work, but I was still able to hear most of that. I did. So that's kind of like a little landing pad, crash pad, if you will, where people are going right now. But he's not doing it on his main channel. He's doing it on a channel called Kane's live streams, and I've tagged him. I'll put the link out. A lot of people don't know about the channel, but then there's still a pretty good amount of people in there. But it's a lot of the Vegas Valley bunch that I'm seeing in there. The leftovers from before, and some of the current Vegas Vippy got up there. Vips got up there. Was Boss Bitch up there? I think Boss Bitch was on there. Yeah, she was. She was another, and Corrosive Commentary, the other CC, who loves it when I talk about him, was up there too. Yes, he was. He was up there forever. And of course, that she does drama. Overreactor, isn't that was one of her other hashtags or some channels or something? Shout out to the Pathetic Cult Diaries. You had to do it, TF. You had to do it, Truthfinder. Yeah, he's the guy who nuked Ambient Alcohol. He took that channel down. Wasn't there Ambient 2.0 or something? Didn't he nuke that one as well? Like, fuck, man. This guy shows no mercy. He took the shit show down for over a month. He almost took my channel. He was going to nuke my channel. And I told him, this is what I told him. I said, now, Truth, I know you're mad because you want my attention. And I was literally totally ignoring him. Yeah, he was trying to get Van Tonics and sales and my attention. He's trying to get both of ours attention. And I was ignoring him. I ignored him, and that's when he started he said, "Oh," he started copyright striking me, and I says, I tell you what, this is my ultimatum, and I am a man of my word. If I issue an ultimatum, you can damn well bet I'm gonna adhere to it to the T, because I'm that badass. I'm actually not. I don't go IRL on anybody. Y'all know this. I do not go in real life on anyone. If I'm gonna go IRL, anybody, it's gonna be myself. There you go. I'm gonna do it to myself. But all I do is I told him, I says, this is my ultimatum for you, kid. If you nuke this channel, which is the one I'm talking on right here, right now, if you take this channel down, there is no possibility you and I are ever talking ever again. Ever again is not happening. And he didn't want that, see? And I haven't talked to him in a while. I don't know. He emerged recently in Discord a little bit, and then he poof disappeared again. I don't know where he went. I don't know where he went, and I don't have any direct contact with him, so I don't know what he's doing. But he's the one who made all them Abe sock accounts in Discord and was running around. And there's people like Biff going, oh, there's a receipt. There he is. That's him. I mean, not like anybody would ever make a sock account of him. No way, no how. And then people started, there was people that made a couple, there was at least one or two of them, not a lot of them, but there was some sock accounts that people were making of him, Biff. And of course, that was always me. Every one of those sock accounts was me going at Biff. Well, I don't have any sock accounts of Biff, and I never made any sock accounts of Biff. No, I did not. I didn't make any sock accounts of Biff at all. It's like Binks when she was trying to go at me saying, you're the one. You're the culprit. Shame on you. You're the one that used the Tonic the Fox sock account in Zatoichi's. And it was actually Zatoichi. She didn't even know. See, she didn't even know. And we're saying all these horrible things about him and everybody else on the shit show. I'm like, bitch. Well, you're gonna force my hand, aren't you? Because you don't have. Show the proof? Let's see the receipt. I don't have to show proof. I was there. Just take my word for it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, Binks. No, actually, what she did is she made me go sit there and dig through my damn vault of old receipts, and I finally found them. I found the sock account that she was inferring to because I vaguely remembered it. It never got on my channel. It was spotted on a couple of like Zatoichi's. It landed on like Late Night Mr. P. I seen it there a long time ago, and just places like that. And it was called Tonic the Fox, or F-U-X, I think is what it was called. That was the name of the channel, and it had his picture, an old moldy oldie picture of him, like cammed up, on his channel a long ass time ago. I mean, it looks like he's like 20 years old or something in that picture. And that sock account is still there to this day, and I have no idea whose sock account it is. Obviously, it's somebody that sure as shit don't like him, but that's not my. I never made a sock account of that. That's not my sock account. No, I don't have a sock account. I made an alt account that was called Toxic and Snails, and I still have it. And the reason and that account had nothing to do with him at all. It had nothing to do with him. Somebody go get him and tell him I said that. The reason I made that account was because Navin Johnson, this is the one who took the claim to fame of coming up with that of that name, Toxic and Snails. But no, he did not. I did. And then so I found that account, the alt account, which is clearly my account. I never hid the fact. It has that funny font that I used to use, that crazy font, and it has a picture. It doesn't have his picture on there. No, it has a picture of his old avatar in a different color. I think it's green. So it's obviously not him. And everybody knew it was me the few times I even used it anyway on his channel. That's why. I only used it his channel when Navin was in there. So when Navin was hanging out with him, and hang out with Hebrew Hammer Operator, and the basic Abe Nayers, the anti-Abers. That's the only time I used that account, and I still have access to that account to this day. And that account doesn't even resemble the account that was being nefarious about him and about his friends and others on Zatoichi's channel about 3 years ago. I think it was about 3 years ago now. So I have those screenshots. I've offered them. If anybody wants them, you can have them. There's no doxing in there. There were sock accounts running around doxing people. There was even sock accounts of Rebel City that were doxing. I remember when D-Ban would go live and she has like no moderators. If she did, she had none in there at the time. And they would come in there as him, or come in there as me, or come in there as other people. And that was one of the accounts that I seen in there, was that one I'm talking about. It was in there too. So I don't know whose account it was, but it sure as shit wasn't mine. My account, I still got access to it. Still got the link to it. It's just sitting there frozen. And I've not changed the name or the avatar or the hashtag or anything about it, because that's my proof that is the Toxic and Snails account that I was running. Only used a couple times to get at Navin, who sat there denying that I came up with that nickname first. It's just the dumbest, cheesiest ass thing on the planet. But there's the truth, and I do have those receipts. Yes, I do. There was a gaggle of sock accounts that were going around at the time being nefarious. You damn right there was. There still is today. I mean, just because our hashtags are showing in the chat today, it does not mean that people are not going to make sock accounts to fuck with people and us on YouTube. Of course they're doing it. Of course they're going to keep doing it. It's just harder for them to spoof, impersonate us, me or you or them or him or her or it. Take your pick. Ladies and gentlemen, the undecided. But you know what I mean by that. You know damn good well what I mean by that. So there is that too. Anyways, it's been 2 hours, people, and I've been on my old channel. And yes, it's true. I do have 411 channels. I do. But what I've learned, if nothing else, is all of this drama shit, the way it works out here is it's rules for me, not for thee, number one. Number two, you can get away with bloody murder if you're someone of clout. Not always, but you're going to be able to slide by a lot more than a guy like me or maybe a guy or gal like you. I don't know. Number three, you're guilty until proven innocent. That's how it works. So it doesn't matter what anybody says about you, what they project about you, how they choose to try to character assassinate you, makes no fucking difference. None whatsoever. You have to debunk that. You are obligated to prove them wrong and you right. Of course, what you're going to do is when you put out receipts, they're going to deny those receipts exist, even though you put them out right in front of them. They're going to try to downplay those receipts. That's the next thing they're going to do. And the next thing you're going to do is demand more receipts because they're obviously sitting there trolling you to put a bunch of information about yourself. That's what they're trying to do. That's the only reason they do that kind of shit, yes. I don't know how, I mean, there's been a number of people. Even Mr. P has called that out before. Mr. P has called that out before. Yes, he has. Kane said that himself. Yes, he did. Vegas Valley recently said that. How many other of you people out there have said that? Oh, that's right. You're not blocked this channel. So my little friend there, Critical Thinking, Cap, pardon my mispronunciation of your channel name, likes to troll and go at me saying, what does that even mean? Repeat. Are you calling me a Riri? Of course you are. Boy, that's a new one. Whew! I can't think of any comeback for this one. I'll have to sit and think about this next 4 hours. Let me tell you. So this entire community is stuck on repeat. Did I miss anything? I don't think I did. Anyways. The reason I blocked this dude here, or dude, whoever the fuck this is because they did the same, they pulled the same shit on my channel, as the other sock accounts that I blocked, or Manager Myers blocked, calling me a PDF simp. That's why I blocked. That's why Critical Thinking Cap got blocked. You care to rebuttal that while I'm still alive? Oh, make a video. Go make a video. If you literally look at Critical Thinking Cap's community tab, and you look at Bedtime Clowns tab, they're very comparable. And that gives me a great idea. And you cannot make me talk on this one. I don't care who you are or who you are not. Okay, I'm not talking. You'll see when the time is right. I'll leave you sitting on the edge of your seats for that one. That's going to be great. It's going to be grand. Y'all are going to love it. Trust me when I say this. I haven't lied to you before, so I'm not going to start now. But thanks. I almost forgot about this dude. And I did figure out who the other Critical Thinking Cap was. I did. Yes, I did. I know exactly who that person. They outed themselves. And then they got mad at me for calling them out. I actually did it on the air. No, I think that was one of their other accounts they were using. But there was somebody who was using a counter Critical Thinking Cap account as this one right here. And they were going at this one and Bedtime Clown and the rest of them. And they let their guard down one day on my channel. And just like either I could be or Dave King 9 did, because they spell my name a certain way. That's how I figured out who Evil One and some of those other stock accounts were. And I knew it was either one of the two of them. Dave spells a millionfold. This is I had to bite my tongue to say this one. Million times better than Rick Crude could any day of the week and twice on Sunday. I still don't blame his teachers because they should have got hazard pay for being stuck with him all those years. Right? I mean, swear to God. You can't sometimes. I just can't. Anyways, I got to get out of here. But I'll tell you what, Critical Thinking Cap, if you're nice, if you're actually going to be halfway decent to me, and I don't give a flying fuck if you want to, if you're a troll, and I don't care less if you troll me in my chat. I don't care. It's funny. Do it to it, dude. Do you? But I'm gonna blast you on some of that stuff in the past. It's still on your channel unless you took it down. And you're just like I told Dave. You're welcome to stick around and hang out on my channel if you just don't sit here and run your mouth and don't pull a Rick Crude or a Huckleberry or a Bedtime Clown on me. He's not even blocked on my other channel. Like, he should be blocked. And come in my chat, call me a PDF or a PDF, a PDF simp. As long as you don't do that, you're good. Stick around and say whatever the fuck you want. I'm within reason. I'm not going to censor you, dude. I'm not going to censor you. I wouldn't. But see, every time Bedtime Clown comes in my chat, that's all he does. Is call me a PDF supporter. That's all he does. And there's no context to it. Just take his word for it. No, I don't take his word. I don't take that dude's word for shit. And not telling the rest of you what to do or not do, but you shouldn't either. Anyways, that's all I got to say about that. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. I don't censor people. The only time that I will knock a channel is for, that's it. That's all you got to do is start. Trump said got knocked out by a managing moderator. I'm not going to know who that person was, and I left him. He's still blocked on my channel. I mean, you're not going to take my channel. You're not going to trash my chat and do what he did and just get away with it. I'm sorry. If he wants to be in my chat and just be the most repetitive, repulsive troll and spam away, I do not care. You feel free. At least you'll keep the chat moving. I'll give you that. But come on, really? Seriously? You have to go that route? And that's when you have to draw a line. It's like, okay, enough of this shit's enough. Knock your shit off. It's not funny. Your character assassination attempt didn't work before. Shit's not working now. Yes, people should have not come to me about that. They should have gone to the ones that were running around saying that shit. And the same thing for you too. The same thing for you. People should not be going at you demanding that you defend your good name. Okay? That's bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Instead, people should be going to the people that are putting that shit out on blast and doctoring up fake receipts and sitting there blowing shit way out of proportion with their fake news, their biased agendas, and putting that shit out on YouTube. People need to be more objective than this. And if you're not, it's your own damn fault. I'm sorry. And this, just take me out of the equation. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. And you. If you're not smart enough to take more out of a 10-second clip that someone will do on somebody and not question the authenticity of that, like, where is the rest of this? What led up to this? Okay? I mean, what is, you have 10 seconds of somebody talking here. In my case with like Tyrant Bird, it was me stating that I am not a PDF. Instead, he clipped it in my VC to make it sound like I said that I am, which I am not. Okay, and this was long after Rick Crude, Blue Eyes, and the rest of these pieces of shit were running around saying that to begin with, or going along with it, supporting it. So this has happened way too many times out here to way too many people. I will tell you that. I mean that shit. I don't care if you curse me till hell freezes over. I will continue to preach that shit every chance I get when people pull that shit. I'm sick and tired of it. It's dragged communities down. There's real people out there that absolutely fit that category. Yes, there is. Only everybody that's not that seem to be the ones getting blasted as that all the time, as opposed to the ones that really are. Or if the ones that really are, they get overlooked. People are just sort of like, yeah, whatever. We've heard that shit before. And they just slump it off. They brush it off. It's, it doesn't have the same weight as it once did, because people do this. It's been going on since AOL 1.0, 1.0. Stop me when I lie. And I'll continue to preach that to the choir, because that's all that goes on out here with people that can't take shit, and they got nothing else to go with. So then they go blast people as a certain fruit known as grapes, and they'll call people PDFs and PDF simps. If you're calling that to somebody that really is, I'm not talking to you. This does not apply to you. I'm talking about the ones that do. We all know who they are. And the problem is when we get somebody new that comes around out here on the bend that doesn't know any of the lore behind any of this shit, and how non-credible some of these people actually are that do that. Well, then they just fall for the trap. They buy into it. And you know something? That is a them problem. If you're not smart enough, inquisitive enough to challenge that shit and just question, say, hey, maybe that, there has to be another story to be told out here. I wonder. I have had people put up fake paperwork saying, oh, well, look, there's a guy that's got a same name as this guy does, although the middle name is spelled differently. The guy is 8 years younger than him, doesn't even really resemble this guy in the state of Nebraska. That must be him. People pulled that shit with me. That's another thing you got to watch out for. People putting up fake receipts, bogus news, stuff that's null and void. But people will roll with it. People will continue to do that. It's done out of desperation is what it is. It's exactly what that is. I could sit here and talk about that all day, but I choose not to. I'm not going to. I'm going to move on. I'm going to move on. I'm gonna take a screen. So I'm gonna tell you. Where we at here? Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, I was gonna do like an hour ago, over an hour ago, and I'm still here. And why? I have no idea. Why are you still here? Exactly. So, don't forget to write, send in your postcards, and we will do this again. We'll do it again. I am cool. I'm one of the coolest, chill people you could possibly meet on the planet. But there's always a but to that. The underlying underlying equation in that one is when you call me things like that I'm not, when you call people that are even if you're not my friend and you're not that, I'll come right out here right now and tell you, Tyrant Bird is not a PDF. I'll be the bigger, better man in this one. I will be the taller of the two. Because I'm stronger than he is. I'm stronger than him. And you don't have to be physically stronger than somebody to be mentally stronger than somebody. And you'll still come out ahead, and you'll still come out smelling like a rose. I just tell it like it is. If you don't like it, that's tough nuggets for you. Go get your McNuggets. Go get your, I hope at least sweet and sour dip with that. And or honey mustard, preferably. I would like that on a chicken sandwich, but like the breaded kind. But I mean, for the chicken nuggets, I would go with the sweet and sour, the sweet and sour dip every time. You can thank me later. You can absolutely thank me later. Even for mediocre chicken nuggets like that, then yes, that will make all the difference from night and day. Apples and oranges, yes, it is. Absolutely is. But people that choose to be dicks out here to me and call me things like that, and try to rewrite history, especially if things they weren't even there for anyway to begin with, like Bedtime Clown, for example, it just comes off the top of my head. Rick Rude, there's another one for you, another douchebag, dotard degenerate, and just people like this. If you can even call them that, it's questionable at best. But yeah, I mean, if you issue me an ultimatum, then I'm going to take you up on that challenge every single time. Every flipping, I will not stand down. I will not stand down. I will drive you off the wall insane on YouTube because I'm good for it. I'm good for it. And some of these bitches that did this shit to me sat there and whined and cried and painted themselves, boo-hoo, put on the act. Dragon Classy drama art comes to mind. Blame Katie comes to mind. Yep, these are two bitches that said I stalked them in real life. Which is so ironic, as Dragon Classy is probably one of the least amount of people I've ever even spoken to on YouTube, let alone off of YouTube. I've never talked to her off of YouTube, not even once. There's a reason for this psycho bitch. Now she can do some damn good what do you call it? Diamond Dart. I give credit where credit's due. I absolutely do. She is such a fucking bitch. Anyways, to pass, and that's putting it lightly, let me tell you. Lord, forgive me for my sins. Where's my certificate of ordained ministership through Universal Life Church? Where is it? I've been waiting for that thing for how long now? How long? Let's go print my own. The hell with it. Sick of waiting. I never actually ordered one. Never ordered one. If I do, I'm going to ordain my channel. So that means you all better watch out. You better watch your P's and Q's. You'd better watch your points and questions with me, Bob, because I ain't taking that shit no more. I'm going to smack you upside the back of the head with my hard book leather Bible. And it's going to hurt like the Dickens, too. You're going to feel that pain. No pain, no game. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. And I thank you for tuning into my other channel. And we will resume normal Abe operations on the Glock 40 channel, which you know of mostly of me by today. Here to follow. I just did this because the Rev Kelly guy and I used to duke it out a little bit. Him and I really never really got into it per se. I don't even remember a single panel where that guy ever got on, and I ever got on and like duked it out. Because I don't think there ever was. I just made some funny videos about him, and he didn't like it. I remember that. He was very vocal about that. And the fact the guy said he owned the Ernest Borgnine Sunbum from the 90s, the converted Bluebird coach bus, which is made of like a luxury RV on wheels, and all that. I just poke fun at him for shit like that. He may or may not have been a real ordained minister or reverend. I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't. It didn't matter to me whether he was or he wasn't. It was fun. It was just fun to pick his brain apart once in a while. It was the thing to do at the time. But as far as I can't remember even one time, and I have been on panels. I've been on panels with him a number of times, but I don't remember him and I ever. He was a very soft-spoken individual. I don't ever remember him yelling. Maybe he did. I don't know, but I don't remember him yelling at anybody. Do you? Somebody said he got on Lisa B's in recent times, and if somebody's got a link to that, I'd love to have it. If it's still up. I mean, she goes live all the time and for hours and hours and hours and hours about Lady Di every single day. It's the same thing every day. Same old, replaying Lady Di over and over and over again. But anyways, there was some apparently show or a couple of them, I don't know, in recent months that I just love to go on there and hear. It'd be interesting to hear his voice. It's been a while, been a minute, but yeah, I don't ever remember getting into any kind of panel battles with him at all. None whatsoever. I do remember him coming up and asking me to take a video down or something like that, which had his picture in there. But I mean, I took the picture off of his YouTube channel. I got it right off of one of his raw videos. It didn't come off of like Facebook or Instagram or any of that shit. Discord. I don't even know if he was in Discord. I think he was in Discord actually. But anyways, I'd never talked to him in there. And if what's been told about him is true, then I guess I never will. So, and I think that's sad. I hate to hear news like this. It's very sad, and I wish him well in his journey on up to the spirit in the sky. If that is true, if that's what happened to him. So, I got that information like third hand, so I don't know. I made a commute post about it. I was very cautious, very careful how I worded that thing because I know how it is out here, and that. So we'll be thinking about him. Yeah, well, I don't like to see anyone die or anything like that. I mean, we all look. We all have to face the Grim Reaper one day, each and every one of us. And so, again, even for my worst enemy, I would not wish that upon. I just came out here and said publicly that Tyrant Bird is not a PDF file. No, he's not. And, of course, he'll never return the same favor to me because he's a bitch like that. But I'm just simply saying I'm the better man because I just said that. I challenge the mofo to do the same, to return the same favor. And he won't. He won't. But once again, there you go. All right, people. I have done my my seminary today, and thank you, all my disciples out here, my Abe disciples, for tuning in. And we'll catch you on my other channel when we catch you. Okay, bye. Thanks for